Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, and guess what? Today is my birthday! My official birthday is technically today when you're seeing this video, February 20th. I'm filming this right now, Wednesday, February 18th. So if you're watching this, that means today is my birthday, February 20th. Can't believe it. I'm officially 28 years old. That is crazy to me, the fact that I'm a lot closer to 30. Anyway, today's my birthday. Let's get into today's video. I can't believe that I'm getting closer to 30. It's crazy because, you know, after 25, you're like, okay, I'm turning 26, I'm getting closer to 30, but it's like, oh, 28, you feel it. I feel it. I am definitely getting closer to 30, and I'm not necessarily scared because I've expressed before on my channel how excited I am to get into my 30s and how excited, you know, I am for just the next chapter. I feel like every decade is like a new chapter of life, a new reason to start something new, and I'm excited to see what the future has in store for me. But today I wanted to talk about the 10 things that I learned in the last 10 years. Since I am turning 28, I wanted to go back to when I was 18 years old. And I know a lot of people, when they turn 18, you know, it feels like you've got the world ahead of you, your whole life is ahead of you. And a lot of the times you don't really feel the pressure of life kick your ass until you hit like 24, 25. So I wanted to share the 10 things I learned in the past 10 years. And if you're younger than me and you feel like the world is ending or your life is not put together yet and you're a failure, trust me, I've been there. I think a lot of people have been there. And if you take anything away from my video is that you have time. Trust me, you have plenty of time. Even though I can't say for a fact how I feel because I'm not at 30 yet, getting closer to 30 does make me have a more broad perspective of things. I did write everything down here. I didn't want to use ChatGPT or anything because I wanted it to come from me and how I felt. So I wrote it down and let's get started. Everything I'm discussing today, by the way, is me talking to my younger self. So if this resonates with you, perfect. If it doesn't, like I said, it's talking to my younger self. So like, yeah. Number 1, you don't have to find similarities or compare yourself to others in order to find your own path. What I mean by this is, I feel like now I still do it sometimes, but I tend to look for others to have something similar to me or compare myself to others to see if I find something similar to what they're doing so that I don't look stupid or I don't look like I'm the only one doing it. Like, I'm just so scared of looking stupid in front of others. But you gotta be okay with looking stupid sometimes. Looking stupid is not that serious. It's really just you trying to find yourself. And if anyone out there can relate to this, I don't want you to feel the way I did. You don't have to look for similarities in others in order to stand on your own or to make sure that you're not the only one that's doing it this way. It's okay to stand out. And I really wish when I was younger that somebody would have told me that. I wish somebody would have told me, hey, it's okay to feel different. It's okay to do things your own way and be different, be bold, be unique. That's what makes you you. That's what makes you special. And I wish somebody would have told me that. I wish I had an older mentor to kind of guide me, but I didn't. And if I can go back in time, I would definitely change that strategy of mine because I feel like that's what kind of set me back a lot. And now that I'm older, I'm more open to being myself and being different and doing things in a different way that might stand out and be cringe, but either way, cringe is reality, and in reality, we're all trying to figure ourselves out. Number 2, you're going to fail many times, and that's okay. What I mean by this is from 18 to 28, you try so many different things, you experiment a lot with yourself. I experimented a lot with my sexuality, my femininity, going after a certain career, that doesn't work out, you feel like you're failing. And especially as you get older, that failure gets louder and louder because you feel pressure, you feel like you need to figure out a niche, you need to figure out what career you're gonna stick by. It's never too late, dude. It's never too late to try something new and venture out and pivot careers. Just see what sticks with you, see what you find, what you're passionate about, find your path and go for it. And it's okay to fail. You're gonna fail many times. It's okay. Number 3, right before you find yourself, you're gonna feel slight anxiety and maybe some chaos. And what I mean by that is before you try something new and it works, or maybe not even something new, before you find yourself and you feel confident in who you are and the person you've always wanted to be, the person that you've created to be your representative, the person that you want to let the world see who you really are, it's gonna feel a bit chaotic and you might feel anxiety. I don't know about other people, but I know about myself. I felt anxious before I finally decided to go back into acting. Especially now I'm getting into music. I've always wanted to be a musician, but I never felt confident. I started acting when I was 20. I fell off the wagon a little bit with my confidence, but I found my way back again. And I think I became an actor because I've always loved performing. I've always loved pretending to be something I'm not. It mainly came from insecurities, just from fear of being my true self. So I think acting became more of a natural ability for me. But music was something that I never felt comfortable doing because I never took music classes. I never took vocal lessons the same way I took acting classes. I took lots of acting classes and workshops, and that builds character, that builds confidence in your journey on that path. But with music, I never took that journey. I never took it serious. So for me, I felt a bit anxious. Literally, I felt anxiety. I felt like I was making a very chaotic decision to really put myself out there music-wise and just singing in front of people. But that's kind of a sign that you're doing the right thing. If you don't feel scared before trying something new, it's probably because you don't love it as much. So that can go for anything you want to do in your life, whether you want to be in the entertainment business or you want to go the traditional corporate route, anything new that you do, if you feel a little scared or anxious, it's a sign you're on the right path. So just remember that. Number 4, you'll feel like you're running out of time as you get older. I could not relate to this more. Oh my God. Also, don't take everything I'm saying so seriously. I'm using the terms you will, or you feel this way, or you're gonna feel. I'm just talking to my younger self. As I said earlier, this might not relate to all of you, but hopefully some of you can relate. I definitely felt like I was running out of time by the time I hit 27. Something about your late 20s, man. When you enter your late 20s, you really do feel the pressure of time get louder and louder. It's just like a deafening sound. You feel it. And I don't know if it's because after 27, it just all goes by quicker. Before I knew it, last year, I turned 27, but I still remember my birthday like it was yesterday. And now, today is my birthday, I'm 28, and I can't help but do like an HR meeting. Let's circle back. Every year it's like an HR meeting in my head where I have to circle back to kind of evaluate everything I've done in this past year, where I've gone, where I've come to, and if I'm happy with the decisions I've made recently in the past year. It's never gonna go away. I mean, I don't know. Everyone I've talked to, even my therapist, my mom, everyone I spoke to pretty much tells me that feeling never truly goes away. And you start to kind of accept where you are the older you get, like past 35, which I don't know. That's kind of neither here nor there because I'm not anywhere near 35 yet. But yeah, I gotta say that feeling gets louder and louder the older I get. So we'll see how that goes in the future. Number 5. Opinions will get louder as you get older. That's another thing that I can't really control. Other people's opinions. Again, if you relate to this, please let me know in the comments below. But as I get older, people's opinions seem to get louder and louder, and I can't help but listen to them. And it's so hard not to listen to people's opinions, especially in social media today. Everybody has so many different opinions. Everyone has a podcast now. Everyone swears that they have all the best life advice. Honestly, for me, it's been hard. It's been hard listening to people's opinions because not everybody's opinions come from a good place. Not everybody has the best interests for you. Not everybody understands your own journey. Only you get your journey. So you got to take everyone's opinion with a little bit of a grain of salt, because remember, you're the only one in control of your life. You're the only one that understands your life and your path and your passion and what you want to do. So only you can decide what you're going to do moving forward. But yeah, the opinions, again, if you relate to this, let me know in the comments below how you dealt with it. I kind of just let it happen and pretty much have a manic episode, and then I come back to my center. So that's just how I work it, because I deal with anxiety, and anxiety is not fun when you're hearing to other people's opinions. So yeah, it sucks, but it happens. Number 6, you're gonna feel lost before you find yourself. I could not relate to this more. As I get older, and I gotta say, 27 was a weird time for me. When I turned 27, I felt so lost. And I'm telling you, I felt the most lost I've ever been in my life. I don't feel lost right now. Turning 28, I feel better. I feel a little bit more sure of myself. It might be because of everything I've done in the past year, how I went through isolation, being stuck in my house, living up north for the remainder of the 12 months I was stuck in my lease. I remember I decided I wanted to move back down south in my second month of my lease. So I still had 10 months left and I was completely stuck in isolation with no one to talk to, at least no one in my proximity. I had my friends and family down here, but I had nobody up there that I can call. And sometimes it's important to get out of the house and have someone that you can physically connect with. I didn't have that. So it was really difficult for me and I felt incredibly lost. And I think that's normal as you get older. I think you're supposed to feel lost before you find yourself. It's definitely what comes with getting older, and that's life. So if you feel that way, trust me, it gets better. Number 7, no one knows what they're doing. I can't stress that enough. No one knows what they're doing. Trust me, as somebody that was lost for a long time, going to therapy, asking friends for advice, family advice, relationship advice, nobody knows what they're doing. Everybody's gonna give you their opinion and their advice on what they think you should do, but as I said earlier, no one else knows your life other than you. No one knows what you wanna do other than yourself. So it's normal to feel lost and it's normal to feel kind of chaotic, especially when everyone else around you seems lost and now you're all just blind leading the blind. You feel like a chicken with no head. Everyone is a chicken with no head. No one knows what the hell they're doing. And like that's life, right? That's normal. So it sucks in the moment when you're trying to find someone that can kind of guide you through life. No one can guide you because no one knows what they're doing. You either just find yourself and you see what happens, and if you fail, pick yourself back up and keep going. But it's hard, I will say, it's not easy. So find your center, pray about it, whatever religion you're into, whatever God you believe in, whatever higher power, pray, manifest, believe in yourself, find your center and trust that you will be okay. You will find your way and you'll find your path. Number 8, imposter syndrome is very real. I say this because I have felt so much imposter syndrome throughout the last year of my life, but I gotta say, recently I have felt it immensely. I mean, I felt literally so lost in my life, especially recently after going to a music studio and trying to record my first song. It was about a couple days ago that I went to the studio for the first time, and I felt so lost and I felt like I didn't belong, honestly. It's not so much lost, it's feeling of not belonging somewhere. And I think that's where imposter syndrome comes from, right? The feeling of I don't belong here. The feeling of what am I doing here? This is not where I belong. I shouldn't have done this. And that's what I meant by earlier, where you're gonna feel anxious before you try something new, and that's when you know you're on the right path. I felt so anxious in the studio recording my first song. And mind you, the song came out trash. I'm not gonna release it. It was just a demo. It was just to experiment with myself, experiment with my voice. I'm also taking vocal lessons. So I had my first vocal lesson on Monday, and then Tuesday I went to the studio. Very underprepared. I had no idea that you had to come up with a melody in your head, and then the beat, and then the lyrics after. I had no idea. I had a whole list of lyrics, hoping that I could find a beat and make it work, but the melodies and the beats don't really work unless you have a melody prior. And I went into the studio so underprepared, but that taught me a lot. That taught me that, okay, I started writing down notes like, this is what I gotta do next time, this is what I gotta be prepared with. And it was an awful feeling, but also reassuring. So if you feel imposter syndrome with anything new that you're doing, it's totally normal, it's okay. You're gonna feel anxious, you're gonna feel like you don't belong, but that's normal. That means you're doing the right thing. It's all about learning. Don't expect to know everything the minute you walk into a room for the first time, okay? You're not supposed to be an expert. You're supposed to be a student. You're supposed to be writing down notes, taking everything in, and learning as you grow. Number 9, it gets worse before it gets better. Oh my God. And that's kind of what I meant by earlier. You're gonna feel anxious, you're gonna feel imposter syndrome, you're gonna feel so bad until you find the best feeling. You're gonna feel so bad about yourself until you finally realize that I'm just a student, I'm just learning, and it's okay. I'm gonna grow with time. But it's easier said than done. I know, I'm talking all this shit, but honestly, it gets it gets worse before it gets better. It takes time, that's it. Number 10, confidence will come and go, and that's okay. It's okay to feel less confident some days and more confident other days. I don't know about everyone else, but I know for me, since I suffer with depression and anxiety, I feel like my confidence kind of goes up and down in waves, and I've had to accept that that's how it's always going to be for the rest of my life. I'm always going to feel good some days, and I'm going to have really low days, and that's just how my brain works. That's why I can't generalize and say that this is how you're going to feel, because I truly don't know. I know about me, and I know how my brain works, and I'm always going to feel super low, just like I'm going to feel super high some days. That's normal. It is what it is. That's life. And as you get older, you have to just accept your flaws and work with it. Don't go against your brain, work with your brain. And that's pretty much it. Those are all the 10 things I've learned in the last 10 years. And honestly, I still think I have a lot more to learn. I'm not trying to get on here and pretend like I know everything. I'm turning 28 and I got it all figured out. I'm documenting all of this because I want others out there that are younger than me to realize life doesn't get easier, it just gets a little bit more challenging. But it's your job to work with yourself, find your flaws, work with them, tweak them, and with time, you will get better. You will get more confidence. And again, it's normal to feel low some days and confident other days. That's life. And if you don't feel that, then you're either not human or you're just full of shit, because we all have shit that we're going through, and it's okay. Things get worse before they get better. I love you all. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like my video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to comment down below. Let me know how you feel. Let me know what you took from this video, and let me know how you deal with getting older. Anybody else in the chat who's a Pisces? It's Pisces season. I think I'm the second day of Pisces. I don't think I'm the first day. I think the first day is the 19th. So, but it's Pisces season. It's among us. So let me know any Pisces down below. Leave the Pisces emoji down in the comments, and let me know when your birthdays are. All right, I love you guys, and I will see you on the next one.